Hottie is a comedy superhero book. Alison Cole is the 14-year-old main character. She just got elected as freshman class president. There's already a reality TV show about her called Miss President. That really confused me. She just got elected today. How do they already have a TV show about her presidency?
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
Allison is super popular and also super stupid. There are many jokes about how dumb she is. One running joke is her inability to use words. Like, she confuses the word perpetrator with the word potato. That's not the person you want to get superpowers. I'm surprised she didn't kill anyone by accident. Allison isn't smart enough to realize her best friends hate her. Kellyn is jealous because she used to be the pretty one in school, before Allison was visited by the puberty fairy. Dorinda is resentful because she can only get attention by talking in a fake French accent. It was weird. Allison's acceptance speech is interrupted by a nerd named David Eels. He dresses in a superhero costume and says, "This school needs a hero!" Everyone throws garbage at him until he goes away. Allison signs posters after school and has a big party at her house. Her boyfriend Warren gets mad that she's not paying enough attention to him. Dude, she just became class president and clinched her reality show at the same time. It's been a busy day for her, okay? Allison tells Warren to hold her purse, even though she doesn't have a purse right now. Warren decides, that's it, he's not gonna put up with her anymore. So he leaves the party and starts making out with an anime girl. Around this time, Allison starts to fall for T-Hole, a hot junior who doubles as a firefighter. Allison has an evil stepmother named Carmen, who's a motivational life coach. Allison and Carmen constantly hurl catty insults at each other. Allison's standard insult is, "You're so ugly, you got plastic surgery. Ooh!" It's weird that Allison makes so many degrading comments about plastic surgery in this book, because that's the catalyst of the book. Allison's friends convince her to have an experimental cosmetic surgery that she doesn't need. Lightning strikes during the operation, and now Allison has fire-based superpowers. Whenever she gets angry, fire comes out of her hands. Since Allison is so dumb, she doesn't realize she has fire powers until the fourth time it happens. She has a big blow-up with Warren because she caught him cheating, so she throws her purse at him, but the purse catches on fire. The video goes viral, and the whole school turns on her. Everybody hates her, and she can't be president anymore. I guess there's a school rule against class presidents throwing flaming purses. The reality show about Allison's presidency is canceled, which seems weird to me. If anything, the impeachment should make the president reality show more exciting. And then the reality show's never mentioned again. I think the book might have been better without the reality show angle. It was strange. The only person who doesn't hate Allison is David. He's intrigued she can shoot fire from her hands. It's just like a comic book. Allison ignores David until she stops a pair of robbers. She does this mostly by accident. She doesn't care about the robbery until her purse gets ripped. Then she explodes. "Not my purse!" Stopping bad guys makes her feel good, so she decides to keep doing it. David teaches her how to use her superpowers. They come up with the name Hottie, complete with a cool-looking logo. Her costume has a wig and glasses, so no one will recognize her. Yeah, it looks nothing like the cover of this book. His costume is a cowboy hat. That's all. It sounds like he's not even trying to disguise himself. A plane passes overhead. Allison says what plane it is because she has memorized every flight that comes into LAX. The girl who's too stupid to know the word potato has all flights memorized? I don't believe that. David responds by saying, if a plane's waste disposal system is broken, it drops a big ball of frozen poop. This is a pretty weird scene in a book that's already pretty weird. It's important to the ending, though, so try to remember it. Allison's ex-friends throw a big party. Allison decides it's more important to crash the party than it is to fight crime. Our hero, everyone. Luckily for Allison, there are drug-dealing robbers at the party, so she gets to crash the party and fight crime. The robbers trick Kellen into yelling, "I smell my own farts," in front of everyone. Allison forces the robbers to do silly dances as punishment. I don't know who is more immature here. It's not long before Allison meets a supervillain who wears all black. She uses some kind of mind powers to knock Allison unconscious. David decides the villain must be called Weddy, which is a silly name for a supervillain without water powers. Allison's ex-friends get a few chapters where they regret replacing Allison. Their new friend is terrible. She makes arbitrary decisions and wants them to obey her every command. How is that different from Allison? I wish the book had more superhero antics, but it's more interested in having a love triangle with T and David. David is a good love interest because he is her best friend, the only person who stood by her while she was abandoned, and he knows she's a superhero. T is a good love interest because he's hot. That seems to be the only reason Allison likes him. Carmen surprises Allison by being kind and sympathetic about her love life. Allison can't believe how wonderful Carmen is, and she has a great time helping Carmen plan a charity fundraiser. It's revealed Carmen's actually the villain. She knocks everyone out with gas, robs them, and frames Allison for it. Allison avoids the gas because she was in the bathroom. David and T struggle to reach Allison and give her the superhero costume in time. Carmen gives a grand villain speech, which includes her entire life story. I thought this was interesting to hear Carmen's story, learn more about her mind control superpowers, but this section was hard to read because every other paragraph, Allison interrupts with a stupid insult. She says things like, "Ooh, keep talking, I'm so interested." I really wanted Allison to shut up the whole time. Allison's fire powers set off the sprinkler system. The water stops her from fighting. Carmen puts Allison in a hypnotic trance, but David wakes her out of it by saying mean things about her over the speaker system. Allison fights off Carmen's two henchmen, and there's a big showdown on the roof. Allison shoots a fireball into the sky. Remember, she has memorized every plane that flies into Los Angeles, so she times her shot perfectly. The fireball hits a plane's waste disposal system, causing a giant ball of poop to fall from the sky and kill Carmen. Allison decides she can't pick between David and T. The summary for the second Hottie book says T is her boyfriend, so I'm pretty sure I know which guy she picks. Allison's two ex-friends apologize to her. All five of them decide to be a superhero team, even though only Allison has powers, and her two friends are too mean to cooperate with anyone. The end. Post-book follow-up. The beginning section is a little rough to get through. I had trouble adjusting to the characters and the humor. There are places where I wondered, was that supposed to be a joke, or did that really happen? Eventually I was able to catch on. I had trouble sympathizing with Allison for pretty much the entire book. Whenever she's not being super stupid, she's being amazingly selfish. She's the kind of person who thinks having to wait in line is a major disaster that should never happen to her. I don't feel bad for her when she complains about dumb things like that. There are a few dirty jokes in this book. They felt jarring to me. Overall, I did not like the book much. The premise is good, the supporting cast is adequately fleshed out, but I didn't like Allison. She's too much of a mindless valley girl. I wouldn't have minded if she got her comeuppance for being terrible. But as David says, she kind of gets everything she wants just because she's pretty. I give Hottie number 1, Hottie, a 4 out of 10.